Hey guys, it's Chelsey for Sass and Hulla, and today I thought I would start a series on words and why we should change the words or better terms or whatever. And today, the word that I picked is spinster. So here are my reasons why we should change it, what we should change it to, and awesome. Okay, so here are my reasons why we should change it. So whenever I hear the term spinster, it sort of makes me think like the only purpose for a woman is to get married and have babies. And if she's not married, she just doesn't meet the right person, whatever. The term makes it seem like there's just this woman waiting around to die. And it's like, no. And I have so many friends that are, that either got married like way later in life or just haven't met the right person yet, or, God has called them to singleness and they have purpose beyond whether or not they're in a relationship. And I just feel like this word is just, it has so many negative connotations that we should change it. Like, this isn't some like anti-patriarchal feminist whatever. Just think that we should change the term. And I also want to like say that this isn't some like I'm single and I'm bitter diatribe here. I have single friends and they've been hurt by people that have used this term on them. It's hard enough being single when all your like married friends don't want to hang out with you anymore, or say stuff like, I only want to hang out with other married people. And it's like, well, I want to hang out with Channing Tatum, I guess we're both lost here. But it's like, I had so many of my single friends come crying to me because, oh well, I thought she was my friend and she called me a spinster behind my back. Or at church, these guys said that I was, a spinster or single forever. When there are, when guys are older and they're not married, they're termed bachelors, like he's a bachelor. And it almost has this kind of positive thing with it. Oh, like no woman can tie him down or whatever. But when you, talk about it with a woman, it's like, oh, well, nobody loves her. She's just so unlovable. And I'm like, no. The women that I know that are single, that are amazing, that are older, they are amazing. They have purposes set forth by God that are there regardless of their relationship status on Facebook. And I think that it's so stupid to put down somebody for the life journey that God has put them on. Whenever I hear the term spinster, it's almost like a put down. And so I looked up single women in the Bible and single women just in today's day and age, and just kind of, look through, and I'm like, would I call any of these women spinsters? No, I wouldn't. So here's my list. From the Bible, we have Miriam, Lydia, Naomi, Anna, and Mary and Martha. Here are some current famous women in modern day, sort of, that are single and ready to mingle. We have Florence Nightingale, Kisses from Katie. She's a single woman missionary in Africa, and she has adopted 14 girls and basically started her own orphanage in Africa. We have Joan of Arc. She was awesome. Coco Chanel, Katharine Hepburn, Mae West, Oprah Winfrey. Actually, she has a stegman, so I'm not sure if she would count as single. Jane Austen, Queen Elizabeth, Mindy Kaling, I have no idea how to pronounce her name. I just see it and then I don't know. Louisa May Alcott, awesome. Selma Hayek, Cameron frickin' Diaz, Emily Dickinson, and Greta Garbo. These are all women that I'm like, I would not call any of them spinsters. Is there any other term for it? I have another term for it, so listen up with your ears. Here, on my in and out post-it, is what I think we should change it to. So here's what I think we should change it to. It is actually a French term, and it is Catherinette. Catherinette is a term that the French use for a single woman over 25. And it's actually comes from the Saint Catherine, who was martyred at 18. She got saved at 14, led a bunch of people to Christ, and then she was martyred and she was kind of like a Christian apologist. So St. Catherine was the bomb.com, she really was. The King's Council or whatever would come up and try to refute her Christian views and her, Christianity, and she stood up to them and they couldn't, so eventually the king killed her. Joan of Arc, before she died, also famous single girl, she stated that St. Catherine came to her, was one of the saints that came to her and counseled her when she was leading the French troops. That's legit. So anyway guys, that is what I think we should change it to. I think we should change it to Catherinette. That's all for me today, and I hope you guys have a sweet, awesome rest of your week, and be sure to like us, to subscribe, and to keep it rosy up in here, and I will talk at you later. Okay, bye. Actually in Australia, this is kind of cool. In Australia, their terms for single people that are, above a certain age or outside of marrying age, I don't even know. Has anybody seen Grumpier Old Men? I mean, come on, those guys were like in their 60s and 70s and they were getting married. I don't think anybody's outside of marrying age unless you're under 18. Well, technically 16 if you live in Kentucky. So it's like Catherine was bank.